Now we turn to the path of Mike Pence. He's exploring a run for president. He's sometimes criticized Trump for January 6th.
January 6th was a tragic day. The president's words and actions in and around January 6th were reckless.
And Pence struck a somewhat similar note recently at a private dinner in Washington, saying Trump was wrong for the coup and history will hold him accountable. This is Pence trying to sound like he's for accountability. But it turns out it is actually a lawyerly and passive claim that withers when you look at what Pence actually does and when he faces pressure from Trump, who is now blaming, of all people, Mike Pence for the insurrection, arguing that had he joined the coup, there wouldn't have been a problem. That is obviously an outrageous effort to blame the person who was targeted for assassination. Pence responded by oddly sparing Trump for the blame, instead arguing that actually there was all these different causes and the reckless words of his former boss were just one of them.
Well, look, there was a riot at the Capitol that day, and there were many causes. I do think that the president's reckless words that day endangered all of us that were at the Capitol.
Reckless, but many causes. In reality, everyone knows the people who showed up that day were only there because Trump summoned them. And as for this history reference, Pence keeps invoking it to argue that there will be some future process of history. And until that's done, everyone can just have their own opinions.
We were able to reconvene the Congress the very same day and complete our work under the Constitution of the United States. But I'll let history be the judge of those matters, and the American people can each have their own opinions.
That's a cop-out. And it also misses that history's happening now, especially if you want to be a leader. You are going to be a part of forging history or bowing it out or letting it go the wrong way. In our system of government, that's how these things work. Pence wants to run the government. And let's be specific. Courts and juries right now have already convicted some of the worst attackers from January 6th, convicted them of sedition, meaning they are traitors. They tried to overthrow the government. So let me be clear to Mr. Pence, we don't need to wait for history to judge. Those convicts have been judged and condemned by a jury of their peers. The facts of January 6th have also already been held to account. We know from video, investigations, independent journalist accounts that it was actually worse than it even looked that day. It was part of this longer-running coordinated coup plot. In a democracy, we judge coups as an attack on the whole social compact. It's actually more important than our ideological differences. We don't need to wait for a future history or pretend there are multiple valid opinions on that if we are people who choose democracy. The problem for Mr. Pence is it turns out he actually knew earlier than most people about how it was worse than it looked, that there were plots in advance. He initially helped hide them. He was secretly testing out, talking to other officials about whether he might even join them. Then there's law enforcement, how to keep us safe. And that's where Pence is right now, on the wrong side of history. Remember, he used to help oversee the federal government. Now he's actively trying to duck its requests for basic facts about that day. He's fighting a DOJ subpoena. How can history hold anyone accountable if a key witness is actively undermining that search for truth? I want to be very clear as Mr. Pence tries out this sort of pausing, concerned, both-sidesism about a thing that could have gotten him murdered, which is really wild. Think about the level of self-interest he's also putting aside, his own personal safety, for his apparent political ambition. Mr. Pence has now sided against the FBI and the police, and instead sounds like someone who wants to help coup plotters and January 6th planners. Basically, Mr. Pence has picked a kind of a no snitching pledge. He won't cooperate unless he's absolutely forced to. He sounds a lot less like a public servant and more like the rapper YG, who has called on people to stop snitching or cooperating, complaining, quote, "Everybody went down because you snitched." Sometimes we quote art for its inspiration, other times for its raw reality. Mr. Pence sounds like a gangster rapper in the worst way possible. And I mean it.